since they've got Cloudwind. Yeah, that aggressiveness was misdirected, and it cost them.
Yeah.
But I expect even if they do ban out Kiwi Kid, that Dignitas are actually going to go for some sort of hard initiation and do a hard initiation team fight strategy. But that's just a guess. We will see here. Annie is still up. They've already banned Thresh, though, so I'm thinking they might follow that up with the last ban, Annie.
So Team Dignitas, Team Liquid heading into our third game of the day here. Rek'Sai does find herself on the ban list.
All right. So
Anar.
Yeah, a Gnar. All the junglers are still up. Now, Jarvan, even if Gnar's already banned, Jarvan in itself is pretty much the go-to jungler right now. Rek'Sai banned as well, so
There's quite a bit left open with this ban,
could
actually,
be an
Kobe.
early pick. So Jen is also still open. Also a very strong early pick. We've seen many an early picked Corki. Callista is definitely available, but I don't really see it as a core JJ champion. Oh man, I even forgot about Ari. She's so ridiculously strong right now.
A lot of things got through in this champion select. Annie gets through and they steal that away. You can just see how happy Dig's coach is there for how much they just got Ari jumping around behind the team. Very animated. Phoenix blocking in the Ezreal, which according to last game, that could be your mid lane.
Yep, could very well be your mid lane.
You already have a lot of AP from that bottom.
Looks like Team Liquid put a lot of stock in taking away Kiwi Kid's Annie.
Yeah.
Bringing that, I mean, we saw Expresso have a really crazy game on Annie as well. So, I mean, definitely one of the best initiators,
that is
as
true.
Kiwi Kid said. Followed up with a Maokai, makes her job a little bit easier. One of the biggest things that you can do against Annie is to have just a pure tank on your team and have him stand in front and block her way to the high priority targets that she's trying to stun.
And you were saying the last time they played Annie, or Special did, was actually when they beat CLG. That one dock that CLG has did come from Team Liquid when they grabbed it. So looking very strong with the composition that they're bringing about, or at least for the duo. Morgana and Sivir to be picked up here. A lot of couch potential coming out of Dignitas.
Yeah, locking up the bindings. You know, anytime you combo Morgana with a pick assassin mid lane like Ari, then there's a lot of potential there. You know, Sivir, goes without saying, speeds up the whole team here. They're missing one thing. They would love if there was still a Gnar up here for the team, but all right, Piglet round 2. All right, another double AD carry team. Ezreal mid. We'll see if Phoenix can actually hold up to Link's performance, which was spectacular. Final lock in here is going to be Gnar. Or not Gnar, the Rumble.
Rumbly, yeah. So Rumble for Gamsu, that's going to be his first attempt. Dignitas is definitely coming out with a powerful team. I like the composition that they put together here. It definitely bodes well for what could happen in fight phase.
The thing is, we keep seeing Piglet Vayne take apart Sivir. So we'll see if Dignitas can pull off a lane swap here from the very beginning so that they don't really get into trouble. We've had a lot of teams early picking Sivir and having a hard time getting her through lane phase and getting some farm on her and getting some items. See if Dignitas can orchestrate that properly to get core JJ smoothly into the mid game.
Yeah.
Really though, so much pressure. I have a lot of expectations on Shifter this game.
Okay.
Because everyone nowadays is talking about how Shifter is this passive guy. He doesn't play assassins anymore. He's all about farming now.
Not making plays.
He waits for other people to make the plays. But Ari was his go-to champion for so long. He loves this champion before it was even reworked. Now she's even stronger with the extra move speed. So I'm going to be looking at Shifter this game, mid-game plays.
You're seeing the Shifter that's taking down the Nexus plays, Shifter.
I see it now. I'm seeing Shifter coming up big.
All right, if you think you've got a line on which team is going to be victorious, share it with us on Twitter. Send hashtag TLWin or hashtag DIGWin to us at LOL Esports, and we will tally the votes throughout the game. Crowd is ready. We are ready, and we're going to head into Game 3 on the day. Team Liquid versus Dignitas, and we are on the Rift.
We are on the Rift, and is that SKT Piglet I see? Shout-outs to his old teammate here. Didn't take it the first time around, but now he will honor. And Impact is even over here watching, too.
Well,
Probably
think of
watching
the
this
implications that he would have had to go through with social media if he didn't do well on his skin first. Now he kind of has a little buffer room. he had a good game on Vayne. He can bring out the skin. Now he's cosplaying himself.
All right. Saplings, great for checking bushes. Also great for starting off the race, as we saw. So we'll see if Quas spends a lot of time up here. Whoa. Or if he decides to go head over to one of those camps. The 1 minute and 20 second is the mark that you want to hit with Maokai to be at whatever camp you're going to start.
Okay.
To start chucking those saplings, because they only last 35 seconds.
You got a beat on that.
Yeah, well, yeah. Simple math. I'm great at addition.
Good thing we have you up
All those classes that you have to take in engineering.
There's some damage, so it looks like Piglet's going to want to be in the top lane by himself, as per usual. We saw this last time. He actually got a lot of free farm the first time he played Vayne. The team allowed him to do that, and that's something we were looking for. Will it be for him, or will he fend for himself? And the team actually allowed him to do that.
There he is, Quas right on time, stacking up the saplings. Meanwhile, both teams putting in the effort to get those deep wards down. Piglet really looking to find Core JJ. And again, abuse the Vayne Sivir matchup. Looks like he's got a bead this time.
Yep.
And they are even going to cut him off. Let's see how much damage they can actually get in this trade. Piglet's play, good tumble, but he's actually the one on the receiving end. So can they actually zone them out and make them lose out on a minion of experience? Doesn't. Ooh, misses the CS. So both of them miss the CS. Might have been able to zone the experience there. Special takes a large amount of harass, though.
Good damage, yeah. Starting it off well. Piglet still feels like he can get in for some shots.
Now,
Going to be a great lane to watch for this game.
it will be a good lane, but the Vayne has to be fairly far up in order to punish the Sivir lane. So Cloudwind starting on the bottom side of the map really makes me think he will make a 3-minute gank on top lane with double buffs. Jarvan is still, it's easy for him to do level 3 and double buffs and still come out with an early gank. He is one of those junglers, still very much capable of it. All you have to do is, walk back and avoid a little bit of damage from blue buff while you're doing it. It's just the old auto attack, step back, get it to reset its auto attack a couple of times. Remember, only 5 though, or else he will fully reset and you will be a very, very sad jungler.
Little bit behind. Hopefully dominate and win. Don't run into that.
Wow, he is ridiculously low. You should not be that low, actually.
Looks like he was making his way out. Just previously, a ward was placed here. We saw it on your screen just now from Shifter. So there was a little bit of safety at least. We can see Dominate talking to QC and getting everything fixed up for himself. And we should be back in the game shortly. But nobody really made moves to put themselves ahead just yet. The lane's quite even as we match up just on the other side of the map.
All right, so it's just a little visual bug here for Dominate. We'll get that one cleaned up quickly for you guys and jump back into the game. Not much has happened, but again, I am a little worried for Cloudwind. He's at about 250 to 300 HP going to gank this lane. Now, there's still possibility to pull it off. It would have to be a good binding, though, I think. Puts a little bit more pressure on this gank than there needs to be. But he can still very well pull it off. I think that he may have had a bit of a misstep when he was doing that blue. Took a little bit too much damage from it.
Yeah.
He might not even go for it. Go for crab control. Ooh. That
nice.
binding does mean quite a lot, considering where the jungler started.
Piglet likes to go aggressive, and that's going to hinder that ability to do so every time he hits the binding. Kiwi Kid knows he has to stay in the backside, and if they do that, it just makes it harder for Piglet to get the same game he did last time.
All right, so good job, though, by Special and Piglet. They use both Trinket wards to ward both entrances, so they don't play it safe and stagger their wards and be a little bit greedy. They completely ward every entrance for the jungle, and they even make a venture down into the river. So they know, very well aware that Jarvan is capable of coming there early. They back off, and no harm, no foul for that lane. However, not able to really zone Sivir too much. Core JJ and Kiwi Kid doing a good job getting some CS back, getting control of the lane back. Now they have position, only down a few.
Uh-oh.
He did duck. He duck and tumbled.
He took the advice. Very well played.
Sivir, one of the only champions that tells you how to counterplay her.
This is true. I'm trying to think of another one, but I ain't gotten anything, Kobe. You got me. Core JJ and Kiwi Kid, like we said, holding this lane quite nicely, but Piglet's only looking to ramp up here. If he's not going to be able to go hard with the stuns of Vic Special, then they're just going to wait for 6 and make that power count when the time comes. Shifter having a little bit better of a lane to start off, but we really haven't seen jungle pressure affecting any of the lanes, so it's all up to the skill matchup so far. And every player is doing their duty.
We do notice, though, so Jarvan has actually started even the first back with Stalker's Blade. You know, sometimes we'll see you start out with Trailblazer and then move into Stalkers later before you enchant, but he really wants to have a high-impact gank. Counter jungling, he moves up just in time, doesn't get hit with the ball breaker.
That would have spelled bad news bears for him.
Dominate's definitely ahead, though.
Smites the Wisp, so he's actually going to make sure he stays around. He doesn't lose too much on that flag and drag over the wall. So he kind of creates a little bit of chaos for Team Liquid, but I think he lost out a little bit more on that.
He definitely does. Jarvan is definitely on the back foot, not only because Dominate had a more efficient farming route for early on, but also because he started the Stalker's Blade, and he is a bit behind now. He's forced into the farming. However, he's got suboptimal smite for the farming.
Right.
And we'll see if he actually is able to make anything happen, because Dominate using the extra gold as well as experience to bully him out.
And he's on Trailblazer as well, so he's going to be ripping through those camps. This Cloudwind's just kind of trying to hit them all with Q. Could have something big coming up here. We do see Shifter actually hurt in the mid lane, so he just took some good damage off of from Phoenix with this pressure still in the top lane from Dig. We'll have to keep an eye on all of this.
Cloudwind did use his smite on the Raptors, though, so he knows that his gank will be unseen. If he goes over a ward, it will proc, so he really wants to make use of that chilling smite. Another good binding here. Kiwi Kid.
That was textbook. That was really nice.
Kiwi Kid has had some good plays recently. I actually really enjoyed his Thresh game yesterday. He had some very good plays in lane to help their duo secure some power.
There are calculated plays in there. Yeah, he'll say, my flash is up and I have mobility boots, so I'm diving in. But some of them are calculated. We see a few of those here at the top lane. His Morgana play definitely being one that he plays a little bit more reserved on and accurate with those skill shots.
Yep,
7 minutes in.
So far.
Yeah, 7 minutes in. Just a 200 gold lead. And it's really coming from the jungle. Dominate's having a little bit better of a time, but no real results produced, like we said. It's just been skill matchup in the lanes. BF sword for Core JJ to Piglet's Cutlass now. He actually got to that real fast last game. He's getting a little bit of pressure, but not pushed off the lane just yet. Or maybe not. He is pushed as Gamsu wants to go full. Equalizer taking out the wave and gave him a real nice chance there to get a kill.
It was actually quite a beautiful equalizer there, not only to tag Piglet, but take out the wave and allow him time to roam and get some extra pressure down here by Dragon. So he won't have his ultimate for the fight. However, the pressure he created, he knows that Piglet does not have any means of joining this fight. So he shoves him under the turret to make sure he won't join, and then spends his time mid. Dominate wants to go for this steal here. He does have flash.
Oh, he fizzled out.
Good play by Dignitas, Cloudwind to back off and wait for the Q charge to run out.
At least they have the relative time run it. Well, actually, the timer, the ward was over the wall, but you can see Dominate not real happy with that. You see a physical emotion on his screen, so he's going to try to get something back for the team now. Nothing to be really that worried about. We heard Zyrene talking on the desk at how he enjoys when teams are okay with letting dragons go. We just figure out how to come back in the later part of the game, because it's not the end of the world.
That's the thing. I'm okay with teams being all right with letting. All right, well, let's see it here. We got a flash.
Yeah.
Now,
continue.
I'm okay with teams trading dragons early
yes, that's
for pretty much anything, like a kill, a turret, whatever you're going to get for it. I'm okay with trading it for something. If you give it away for almost nothing, then that is an issue, because you don't want to just give anything away for free. And I think Dignitas did it in a very smart way. As you mentioned, the wave shove there from Gamsu, and then coming down to farm mid at the same time. So play from them. They do end up also answering the swap here, as
back down.
Core JJ and Kiwi Kid head down bottom. So does Piglet.
An interesting lane. It's not one that kind of says I want a lane swap at all, but then going at each other, both can kill the 2v2 situation. Now coming up to level 6, that kill potential is going to be much, much greater. So I'm glad they actually matched up towards this bottom lane here. Coming up on 10, and we do have Xpecial hit it first. That means Kiwi Kid's going to be looking to maybe hit the shield if they go in. Flash is down, however, from Xpecial, so I'm just getting excited for nothing. Dang.
All right, so bottom lane, both of them trying to get some wards down here. Dignitas, though, there's a pink ward in this tri-bush, and Dominate wants to come take advantage.
Yeah, so that's what they were waiting on.
Ping's already down. They're telling him that the ward was used in the side bush right now. Specialist telling Dominate. So he's going to go around through the pink ward. Problem is, Sivir Morgana is so hard to gank for Vi. It's going to be up to Xpecial, really. He's got the magic damage to burst through a black shield, and they're going to have to proc the spell shield before Vi ultimate goes off. So it can be done for Team Liquid, but it will be difficult. Meanwhile, Cloud9 has taken the opportunity to invade the other side of the jungle.
I feel like Team Liquid tried a little too hard for that one. Just sticking everybody in the brush and like Piglet. Go out there and bait them. Not buying it. Kiwi Kid and Core JJ just farming it safely. And now, since it didn't work bottom lane, Piglet, or rather, Xpecial and Dominate are going to head towards that mid lane. Once again, fizzles out on that. Only because Shifter starts to head towards the top side. We could see a 3-on-1 gank here.
Well, it definitely looks like they want to pull the trigger. Remember, all this vision was previously laid by Cloud9. He knows there's nobody's there, plus he smited the wolf, so... Oh, Charm misses, they should still get it.
Go back and forth, flash it out. Oh, wait a minute! Quas, the equalizer's down, so he will burn and be slowed for Shifter there, but he made sure it was messy for them, and they lost one.
Look, yeah, not the cleanest of dives. They do still get a kill, but first blood money to Quas, plus they won't have the presence up top of 3 members surviving to be able to do anything to that turret. Pretty big win there for Team Liquid as another 3-man dive up top fizzles. Can he stop the retreat?
Almost.
Best Link impression,
Yeah.
but Gamsu knows better. He goes for door number 2.
So let's see how he did this. He did flash at one point.
Yeah.
Okay, he flashed
avoids
it
the knockup.
first.
He avoids the knockup as well as the charm. So Shifter was throwing the charm because he thought that knockup was landing.
Yeah.
And wanted to chain them. It's a pretty good idea, but holding onto that flash till very late, Quas. Great job able to avoid it. And then he roots Jarvan back in, since Jarvan was the one to actually take it. Suboptimal having your jungler be the first one to take it, because early on they're under-leveled. They do not build any defensive stats at all. So he goes down very quickly to that. Quas happy to get that cash influx. Return to the scene of the crime, though.
Yeah.
Let's see how attempt number 2 goes.
Unfortunately for Cloud9 as well, that kind of helped him create the warrior enchantment too, so maybe the damage will be good enough to get through this one without dying. So that assist brought him back up.
Shifter leaving makes me think they will not want to do that again.
Just going to go for some denial. Dominates towards the bottom side of the map, so junglers won't find each other for a counter. And it looks like they're not going to find each other at all for a gank in the bottom lane either. Dominate walking over a ward, so we're going to see Shifter playing safe here. Now down about 20 CS from everything that happened, and he started losing CS once we saw them go for Dragon. So it's just been Phoenix keeping that lead now.
Yeah, so Phoenix has been in the mid lane the entire time.
Right.
Shifter went to Dragon, went up to try and dive, and we're seeing that manifest itself. I like the idea, though. You can tell they're trying to be more proactive here, Dignitas. And Shifter with a very offensive move that we haven't seen from him in a while. So maybe he will keep up his roaming ways. Vision coverage around mid will be important for Team Liquid to keep. Just checking the blue buff there as he went over.
Why not? They didn't have a ward. Link did it last game as well. Sometimes you're going to grab it. If you do, a huge boon to the mid lane. We see Cloud9 just in the pocket of Shifter here, and almost mirrored Dominate is making the same path down. Looks like the full team of Dignitas is moving here, so it looks like they may want to get something out of this. Obviously, Dragon is coming up, so their ward control will be first.
Spell shield on the Tibbers. Very good move from Core JJ.
Good dodge by Piglet, also knowing the amount of time for Soul Shackle, getting shots in, then condemning. Great play all around, but
Both
Dig
carries.
may have the upper hand. Uh-oh.
Teleport comes in. Dignitas retreat from Dragon.
They're good.
They did take a couple Dragon shots. They do still have vision in the river here.
Whoa. Kiwi Kid just flying into the fight. Team Liquid did not expect this one. Both teams losing a lot of HP here. We are going to see that Special went down. Quas then following quickly after. Shifter here could clean up, dominate. The orb comes back, but no true damage to tack onto that one. Phoenix now actually doesn't have a Sheen. Not going to be putting out huge damage, but able to still pull them off the fight. The true shot barrage is, however, spot on, and he will pick up a kill for himself. Great job, but back and forth, pretty much even.
Oh, what a pickup
Dragon
there
is
for
gonna beat it.
Phoenix. Yeah, so Team Liquid, they had 1-for-2 trade initially, but Phoenix the sniper able to grab blue buff, even up the kills, and allow them to take the Dragon. So this initiation from Dignitas, the ultimate from Ahri used to get her in position to initiate onto Quas, the main tank, and the ultimate from Rumble used on Annie. They do take out Annie early, but are on the retreat after that. And we'll see how low they get poked by Ezreal. These Ezreal mids have made really, really, really large impacts on the mid-game Dragon fights. And that was just good judgment by Phoenix, taking into account the speed of the Ahri with level 2 boots running around that corner. Beautiful shot, and it does net them a sizable reward. Blue steal here, though, from Dignitas. They're going to answer it. And again, focus on the top lane here. Piglet waiting in the shadows this time, though.
I was actually watching that replay once again, and he cues the little minion of the blue buff to get the ult back up because of its cooldown, so he had to quickly do that. All the little thoughts of Phoenix making the plays.
Yeah.
So Quas now having a little help here from Piglet in the top, and a very unsuspecting Gamsu may fall into this trap.
Well, let's see. His team has retreated. So, Piglet initiates on him.
As soon as he went next to the wall, they said, that'll look like a nice plaque. Let's pin it up. Gamsu goes down. Piglet comes up with the kill, but they drop mid-turret, so a little bit of pressure there from Dig.
Yeah, this is what we talked about when we're talking about playmaking 80 carries, though. Piglet comes up on Vayne. Assassination pulled off.
Yeah.
They get a kill. Mid lane turret goes down, though, for Dignitas. Their focus was mid lane. Objective secured. Looks like Team Liquid will take the opportunity, though, with their kill. A lot of pressure up top. See how much Quas can actually do. Maokai clears out the minion waves very quickly, but as all tanks, not very effective at taking down the structure once he's alone with it. And gets a little bored, knocking his hand against it, and takes a break.
My knuckles hurt. But yeah, Piglet coming out strong. And when is Dig gonna, really expect that? Teams will obviously start
to see
assassination. Just pretty much being like,
rarely.
The AD carry is not on the map. He's probably farming a camp, and then he just jumps out of a brush and kills you. Not something we regularly see, but teams will start to take note of that now. Piglet locking in that comfort Vayne twice in a row. Special with the ward. The vision's already in the brush, so looks like they are going to be forced to back out. Good control here from Team Liquid and Team Dignitas. It's definitely showing a different game from both teams, a little more organized on both sides, and they're getting what they want. One dragon apiece. The gold's pretty much all even. We're 18 minutes in.
Yeah, the AD carries with stealth. Gonna come back here.
Yeah.
Twitch assassinations mid-game you gotta worry about. Piglet's able to make
Been a while.
work out with
Been a while.
Vayne. But they weren't able to answer the turret afterwards up top because Piglet made an immediate recall rather than staying. They could have made the call, Team Liquid, for Piglet to stay up there with Quas because they saw the commitment mid from Dig. But they decided to have Piglet recall, finish his blade, and head down bottom for farm quicker rather than take that turret. We'll see if they actually need that global gold. They have got plenty of ward coverage down around Dragon and inside the blue. So Piglet's very safe down here on this side of the map. They can actually leave him down there. Know that he will not be interrupted by a Jarvan.
I must say, interesting choice for the Phage instead of Sheen next for Phoenix. I figured he'd want more damage, maybe to stay alive.
For Ezreal?
To stay alive against the Ahri if you get burst, just for the Phage health, but maybe.
So the extra speed boost is really nice.
Yeah, of course.
Mid lane here too, he doesn't have a turret, so maybe wants to play a little bit safer and get the extra speed boost from killing a minion if they do focus mid.
That was not what Piglet wanted to have happen. You can see just how quickly, if caught, That pick will go down. Core JJ is going to be hit up by Dominate, but they changed their minds on this one. Oh, Dominate. He gets a full red carpet escort out of that. Double kill now for Core JJ, and that's really going to start things off for that bottom lane.
This bottom lane from Dig really bringing it hard. Core JJ and Kiwi Kid come up big. Gamsu answers with the teleport. Another turret goes down for Dignitas. 2 turrets to 0. And this is a mid-game team with Rumble that has the gold lead. Going on turret number 3 here.
Dignitas liking the aggression. Quas is forced to get himself down there. Ooh, twisted advance. I don't think he meant to do that, but it still looked pretty.
I think he did.
Pretty cheeky.
I'll
Okay, let's
give him credit for it.
Let's say he did. There's no ward there, but he knew. It's Quas.
Yeah.
The out of the fog of war reaction times. These guys are LCS pros.
Boom.
So a good move there by Dig. They get a good pressure in the Gamsu teleport just right on time.
And look at that, no hesitation. You know, and that just comes, it's not even communication that people are talking about between bottom lane partners. That just comes from playing with each other for long enough. And they've had enough practice now that Kiwi Kid hits that binding, instincts kick in for both of them. Immediate jump onto Piglet. Even Gamsu comes in with a teleport as soon as the Vi shows. So all around strong play there from Dignitas. As we go over that replay though, you know, congratulating Dig on that great play bottom.
Yeah.
Team Liquid answered mid. So
They found an opening, and Team Liquid's actually been pretty good at that. Whenever they know they have a window to make something work in their favor, they'll take it. That was going to be mid turret, and now a few forward wards that may initiate some more picks, maybe if Quas can get in 2 plays.
And that's also the other thing. In a lane versus something like a Morgana, like a Thresh, like a Blitzcrank, these types of supports, side lane control is much more important than when you're against, you know, stuff like Jen or something like that. All right, well, currently the dragon control is more important, so we'll wait on that discussion. And look, Dominate chuck down to half though, might dissuade them.
Oh, that's going to be the easy smite out.
Quas goes in.
Yeah,
Gets some good AoE.
Very, very far ahead of the team. Just kind of figured out if he can actually get out alive, and I can't believe that he does. He actually ropes the entire team of Dig into Liquid, and then they say, wait a minute, we don't want this. Losing Cloud Win there. Looks like Team Liquid comes up nicely after the Dragon was taken.
Bit of a disconnect there. Cloudwind goes in, gets the good knock-up as well as Cataclysm, but everybody's in retreat mode. They may have made the call. They very well may have made the call for him to sacrifice himself, by the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Try and lock everyone in the Cataclysm. You could see flashed out after.
Good old Rumble Stew.
They do lose. They lose 1 man in the Dragon Secure, but not too bad.